There's a maxim in Indian cricket that the tail never wags. That's exactly what happened in Leeds in both the innings. You scored 24 runs in your last six wickets, and in the second innings, the last six wickets gave you just 31 runs. And probably it's time for us to take a look at how exactly is it that the Indian tail compares with some of the other teams. And we'll be talking particularly about teams that feature in the World Test Championship. Take a look at these numbers, which give us a clearer picture of where the Indian tail stands. Now, since the start of 2024, India's last five partnerships have added fewer than 50 runs on 9 occasions. No other tail in the world has done so on more than 7 occasions. Overall, India's last 5 wickets have averaged 18.93 since the start of 2024, which is the worst among the 9 nations in the World Test Championship. For the last 4 wickets, that reduces to 17.79, still the worst, while only Sri Lanka have fared worse for the last 3 years, averaging 13.74 compared to India's 15.77. The problem lies perhaps with the quicks. Let's take a closer look at that. The 7 Indian fast bowlers who batted at number 7 or below have averaged a combined 5.8 with the bat since 2024. In fact, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj and Prasidh Krishna, the 3 frontline quicks playing for India in the ongoing test match in Leeds, all average under 10 even in first class cricket. When we compare the bowlers in the English side, apart from Shoaib Bashir, who's a genuine tail ender, England have Chris Woakes, Braden Carse and Josh Tongue batting at 8, 9 and 10, averaging 31, 29 and 14 with the bat in first class cricket. When we look at the number of fast bowlers with 20 plus wickets and a batting average of above 10 since 2020, India are third from the bottom, with Sri Lanka and Afghanistan being the only worse off teams. So we've looked at the problems really, and the numbers don't paint a good picture for the Indian tailenders and the Indian team at large. But what is it that can be done? We can't really have all of these players be shown the door, and I'm talking particularly about the fast bowlers. But what you need is greater accountability and responsibility. That's something that's lacking in this Indian team for a while now. You don't really put a prize on your wicket. That's what you've seen from the top order batters happen. But as far as the lower order batters are concerned, we seldom see there being a proper fight. I'm taken back to Lords the previous time we were toured there. You need that kind of spirit from the Indian tail enders. Look at what had happened in Bengaluru. That's where it all started. At home as well, there was a collapse, and we saw these collapses happen on a couple of occasions in the BGT as well. Take for example what happened in the WTC final a few weeks back. You saw 50 be scored from Stark. Then there were vital 18 odd runs that came from the bat of Hazelwood as well, who'd stayed long enough. So what you need is greater resolve, and for you to come in to the middle with the belief that I'm not going to be just giving my wicket away. There needs to be more resolve, there needs to be more fight and a desire to spend more time in the middle.